Storytelling is very important if you want to win in life, especially if you're in the field of public speaking. You need to tell stories. You need to tell your own stories. If you want to win that interview, you need to master the art of storytelling. If you want to sell products and services, you need to learn to tell stories. So whatever you want to do in life, you need to incorporate the art of storytelling. Today, I'm just going to share with you some 5 tips on how to tell great stories, how to move from zero to hero in terms of telling stories. Number 1 is you need to visualize the story. Before you tell a story, you need to understand the dynamics. Tell yourself, see the story, tell it, visualize the reaction of your audience. What is it that you want them to do? Maybe you want to sell, you want to market, whatever you want to do, you need to visualize that story. Number 2, you need to plan the story. Visualizing the story is not enough. I've seen people who just go boom, that they want to tell stories. They've not planned. You need to plan the story and put it in the beginning of the story, the middle and the end of the story. You need to know all the elements, what to say and how to say it during the story, before the story, during the story, and the end of the story. Number 3 is you need to practice. Practice makes you a little better when it comes to speaking or whatever you want to do in terms of mastering any skill. So if you practice and keep practicing your story, tell yourself that story, rehearse that story to yourself before you tell it. The more you practice, the more you get better. So if you want to tell good and great stories, you need to practice those stories. All the great salespeople I know practice their stories before they go on stage. They practice before they meet their client. They practice before they meet their customers. So if you want to be a good storyteller, always take time to practice your story. Number 4 is don't always go telling people the story. Show them the story. Be in the story. Let them see themselves in that story. And that's how you can win stories. People want to tell, let me tell you a story. No, people will not be interested in you telling them stories. Let them feel that they are part of that story. Let them see themselves in that story. If it's a need that you want them to feel or you want them to do something, let them see themselves doing it. If it's a product, let them see themselves having that product and the benefits of the product. And that's how you succeed. So don't go around telling people, show them. Give them that experience. Let them feel better in that story. Then the last part is find the story behind the story. And this is very important. Find the story behind the story. And that is the lessons of the story, the moral of the story. Why are you telling them the story? At the end of the day, let them see the need while you're telling them that story. And that's the moral. People say the moral of the story or the conclusion or the lesson behind that story. And this is how people will feel special. This is how people will understand that this is a story, the beginning, the start of the story, the middle, and the end. Let people achieve something out of that story. Let them learn something out of that story. So you need to capture these 5 elements, and you can be able to tell great stories. I believe in you, and I believe in the ability of the fact that you can tell great stories. Go ahead, use this, practice, and win. My name is Ibrahim Mustafa. I have the public speaking masterclass coming up, and the link is in the description below on my YouTube. So get the link and be part of this online course where you get to learn how to speak in public, how to tell great stories, and how to believe in yourself to take on stages. I believe in you. See you in that masterclass.